This mill at the former Mount Nansen mine near the Yukon community of Carmacks is being demolished. The demolition is being led by the Mount Nansen Remediation Limited Partnership, or MNRLP.
The buildings were falling down, and so there was definitely a hazard there.
The former gold and silver mine sits on the Little Salmon Carmacks First Nations traditional territory and a culturally important area for harvesting animals and plants. The mine was abandoned in 1999, left contaminated, and is now under the responsibility of the federal government.
We've removed, I think it's almost 10 truckloads of maybe chemically affected water and waste.
The idea is there. They want to clean it. But how they do it, First Nations don't agree with it.
But Chief Russell Blackjack feels there's lingering concerns about the cleanup. He says the mine's tailings pond is not fenced off, and animals like bison have died drinking contaminated water. He also believes the mill should have been torn down when MNRLP's work began 4 years ago.
We want to support them, but we want it done right. We want it clean, proper, and including the tailings pond, because that is one thing that's going to be there for the rest of our lives.
Harrington understands the First Nations' concerns. He says a fence for the tailings pond is in the works, but was delayed due to issues finding a contractor. While he agrees the mill should have been demolished sooner, he says MNRLP has to follow proper procedures.
We're trying to get on with it as fast as we can, but also still follow all the appropriate, third-party review steps that have to be done for these kind of projects.
The First Nations' concerns about the cleanup aren't new. In 2023, it asked the Yukon Water Board for a public hearing and changes to MNRLP's water license, arguing the work wasn't good enough. Harrington says early progress was slow and COVID limited MNRLP's interaction with the First Nation, but he believes things are improving as the company better understands the site.
I'm not saying everything we've done is perfect, but certainly our intent and our hearts are to make sure that the community understands what we're doing and we hear the input.
Despite Blackjack's concerns, he's glad the mill is finally coming down.
They're unwilling to work with us, Whether they do what we want is another story.
Harrington says MNRLP is working with the Little Salmon Carmacks First Nation and the federal government on a modified water license, which the Yukon Water Board is currently reviewing. Sarah Connors, APTN National News, Whitehorse.